originate in us. And one, there's an animal called the pig, which is pure feces to begin with. But the second one was our own feces. It could be through oral sex or through some kind of sexual means, but no way should we have been ingested feces, because once feces get inside of your blood, you are now dirty. You are now contaminated. I'm speaking of in Revelations too, by the way, not that I claim any religions, but it's just that this is a true statement in Revelations. We're dealing with a planetary square off between two planets called Uranus and Pluto. And Uranus and Pluto is all about, Uranus is about bringing a major change. And this is 7 squares, just like in Revelation speak of 7 seals, where these seals are being revealed. And when it gets down to the 4th seal in the 4th square between these two planets, which is actually happening right now, and it started in 2012, which is called the shift. And we have 3 years to shift the world to look at global warnings and deal with it and clean it up. So if we do not do this, I believe the human race will go extinct in less than 1,000 years.
So definitely, since you know what, I can talk to you about Bible references, and I know that people wonder why sometimes me and Hebrew Israelites get into it, and that's only because I have a strong understanding of what the Egyptians were trying to tell us, which is what goes up must come down. What happened before will happen again. So what you're saying is in Bible references. Some of these things that are written down in the Bible are actually true. When we go through some of the laws of Leviticus and how to protect ourselves from diseases and how to prepare our foods, these are actually health-conscious laws to stand by so that we as a people can survive longer, eat healthier, and not take in some of these diseases that are known if we actually, now we know them today because of scientific studies, but then some people say that our people or these people back then didn't have the technology to understand these things, yet their dietary law actually was more proper and better than ours. And this is according to the Bible. This is why I tell people, do not negate the Bible as a textbook for living culture and actually fostering a new culture. If you can utilize the techniques that were written down, then we can bring about a new culture.
Well, now you can actually physically see the signs. So there's no more pretending and wondering. So when I say we in Revelations, I can prove it to you. You can see it, and I can tell you the story. But I'm not going to go there now. You can read the story about the wormwood, and the wormwood is where we are right now. The human race, if the biggest government secret right now, and I'm here to tell you, government, that I'm here to work with you. The people are ready to heal. The people have to heal. And one of the number one top secrets right now that is to tell the people that they are contaminated with worms, mites, and parasites, which is making the human race a whole nother people. And one thing about it, a lot of people have these diseases and have no idea that they're contaminated and full of worms, parasites. And it's really sad. So if you have diabetes, if you have HIV, if you have a Barthian cyst, if you have herpes, all these diseases are simply bugs inside of your body. These are worms crawling inside your body, and basically spiders, parasites crawling in your body. And they're causing disease. They're causing mental illness, and they come from contamination or entered into the bloodstream. We become contaminated, put them back into the soils. So we have a big responsibility to look into our health, and Obama is doing what he can, but it's a lot of people that's out here sick, a lot of people that are out here that have symptoms, not facing it and not taking it serious. The worst thing you can actually have is a cold, because that's highly saying that you just either ingested some eggs, and let me just change the word germ. Germ is just an underestimated of what it really is. A germ is simply eggs. You have eggs. Eggs that hatch into things when you swallow them that you can't see, that's really small. It comes out of the water. That's why they put chloride in the water to try to kill the eggs. And I will get into some products that you can use to get rid of the eggs out of your house, even though they're not visible. because you can get scabies, you can get all kind of skin disease. Anytime you're itching, you have mites crawling in your skin. So I'm just here to tell people these symptoms and what they are, and I just really want to touch a base on a little bit on when you do get a disease, minor diseases, and you go to the hospital and they give you, antibiotics. Well, these parasites or these worms, they actually could get used to the antibiotic. So if you keep reinfecting yourself with the same diseases, sooner or later the antibiotic is not going to work on you. And that's when you're prone, what they say, the disease becomes incurable, which is different stages. So we have to look at these worms in our body, and I believe that's the only way to heal. Not one time have I ever been to a doctor and have they ever mentioned anything about a worm or a parasite or a mite, which is all diseases, and they know. You get a cyst, and they cut out that thing with the pus and everything in it. That inside it has a tapeworm, is a flat tapeworm. So you have tapeworms throughout your body. I have a list of the different worms, but I'm not here to just bring up the issue. I'm also here with the solutions